It's one of the classic Hollywood storylines, the young husband who leaves his beloved behind to seek his fame and fortune in a faraway land. And the drama and storyline is, of course, developed as we follow, on the one hand, his young wife alone, eagerly awaiting his return, waiting for him to come back. And on the other hand, the challenges that he faces with his newfound friends and money and success, and how he is no longer anchored to the life that used to be. If the story is done really well, eventually the husband will, of course, write a letter in which he declares, "I'm not coming back," and then we get the eventual reconciliation as the story goes. The Navi begins Megillas Eicha, that which we're going to read on the night of Tisha B'Av, by describing Yerushaliym as a woman alone. Yashva Badad, she sits by herself. The city that used to be bustling with people is now Ke'almana, is like a widow. And the Gemara points out that that word, Ke'almana, has an additional letter, a chaf in the beginning. She's like a widow. And the Gemara says, because she's not actually a widow, she's only like one. In what sense? The Gemara says, she's like a husband, she's like a woman whose husband has traveled to a faraway place, V'da'ato lachzor. And the Gemara adds those two important words, who has in mind to come back. And as long as she sits alone, but she knows that her husband's intention is to come back, there's a little bit of solace for the city of Yerushaliym, who knows he's coming back eventually. We are that husband. And that is why these 3 weeks are so important on the calendar, because it's a statement, it's a reminder that yes, we live far away from Yerushaliym. And while we're here, we have to do everything to be successful. Materialistically, we have to have successful businesses and communities. We have to build our spiritual infrastructure with shuls and schools and everything that's needed. And while we're investing so much in the areas that we live, which we have to, it's always with a mindset of not to be distracted of, I'm not coming back, I've got everything that I need here. It's da'atenu lachzor. We have in mind to come back when the time is right. When the time is right, we'll come back, but that's our home. Our beloved is waiting for us, alone, waiting for us to return. And these 3 weeks are our declaration that despite everything that we do to be successful while we're here, which we have to do, our mindset never changes. We plan on coming back.